Dear students, welcome back. Today we discuss a model arising in population dynamics. This model is called as Hutchinson equation, or it is also called as delayed logistic equation. This model is proposed by mathematician Hutchinson in the paper published in 1948. Hutchinson proposed the following model. For single species population dynamics. So the modeling equation is y dot of t equal to r into y of t multiplied by 1 minus y of t minus tau divided by k. Here, this term y of t denotes the population size at time t. Then small r, small letter r, which is positive, is growth rate. Okay, so this growth rate depends on this species. Okay, then next term is k. It is also positive. So k greater than 0. And k greater than 0 is, this is called as carrying capacity. Okay, so we don't have uh, uh, k as infinity. Okay, so we have some finite space where we observe the population of certain species. Okay, so this k is finite number and it is positive, of course. It is called as carrying capacity of population. Okay. The earlier model was not containing d layout. Okay, so the logistic model was r into y of t. I mean, right hand side was r into y of t multiplied by 1 minus y of t divided by k. Okay, but Hutchinson considered delay for the following reason. Okay, so what is the meaning of this t minus tau? Okay, so why there is time delay? The equation is modeled by assuming egg formation to occur tau time units before hatching. Okay, so before hatching, there is some delay. Egg formation to occur tau time units before hatching. Okay. So this is in, okay, this is described in this paper, G.E. Hutchinson, Annals of New York Academy of Sciences, volume 50, page number 221, year 1940. Now, what we do, we simplify this equation 1 and then analyze. Okay. Equation 1 can be simplified by substituting x of t equal to y of t divided by k for all time t. Therefore, we have, okay, with this substitution, what we have, x dot of t equal to y dot of t by k. Okay, so we have new equation is x dot of t equal to y dot of t by k, means divide this by k on right hand side. Okay, so r into y of t divided by k, but y of t divided by k is x of t. Okay, so it is simply r into x of t multiplied by 1 minus, here y of t minus tau by k, so it is x of t minus tau. Okay, so instead of two parameters, we have only one parameter r. We can give any positive value to this r. Okay, for example, we may take r equal to 1 for simplicity. We call this as equation 2 and we analyze this system. Okay, we call right hand side as f of x of t comma x of t minus tau. Okay, as usual. So for now, in the analysis, first we find equilibrium points and then we use analytical result and check the stability conditions. Okay. Stability analysis. first thing is equilibrium points. So to find equilibrium points, if you remember, what we do, we substitute x of t and x of t minus tau as x star and equate right hand side to 0. Means what we have to do, we have to solve f of x star comma x star equal to 0. Okay? So f of x star comma x star equal to 0 gives r into x star multiplied by 1 minus x star equal to 0. So it gives two values, x star equal to 0 and x star equal to 1. Okay, so we call these as x1 star and x2 star. Okay, gives two equilibrium points. Namely, x1 star equal to 0 and another is x2 star which is 1. Okay, so these are two equilibrium points. The next step what we do, we find partial derivatives of f. Okay, we put x of t as x of t minus tau as y. That means we have two variables x and y. So we find partial derivatives with respect to x and with respect to y. Okay, we call them as del 1 and del 2. Del 1 f of xy equal to, that means partial derivative with respect to first variable. Okay, so it is simply r into 1 minus second variable, we are calling it as y. Okay, r into 1 minus y. And del 2 f of xy is partial derivative with respect to second variable, that means this x of t minus tau, which we are calling as y. Okay, so partial derivative with respect to this variable, it is minus r x. Okay. And now we discuss stability of different equilibrium points. First is stability of x1 star, that is 0. Okay, so here we find partial derivatives evaluated at x1 star. Okay. So we have small letter a equal to del 1 f of x1 star x1 star. Okay, so what we do, we replace x and y on right hand side by 0. Okay, so it is simply r. We know that r is positive. Okay, and b equal to del 2 f of x1 star x2 star. Okay, so we substitute x equal to 0 here so that we get 0. Okay, therefore what is a plus b? A plus b is equal to r, which is positive. Okay, and recall the stability result. If a plus b is positive, then equilibrium point is unstable for any value of delay tau greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Therefore, x1 star is unstable for all delay values greater or equal to 0. Okay? So 0 is always unstable. Next thing is stability of another equilibrium point, x2 star. X2 star is equal to 1. Okay, isn't it? So again, we find values of a and b. We have a equal to del 1. Again, similar thing. Instead of x1 star, we have x2 star. Okay. So we substitute x and y to be 1. So this becomes 0. Okay, 1 minus 1. And b is second partial evaluated at x2 star. And it is minus r into 1. So it is minus r. Okay. Therefore, observations are a plus b, that is minus r, it is negative. A plus b is negative. And okay, second thing is b, what is relation between a and b? B is less than a. Okay. Minus r is less than 0. Okay. If b is greater than a, then equilibrium is asymptotically stable for all the values of delay. But here we find one critical value of delay. Okay. Therefore, result is, therefore, there exists tau star equal to 1 upon square root b square minus a square cos inverse minus a divided by b. That is nothing but, okay, here square root b square minus a square, it is r square. Okay, so it is simply 1 upon r cos inverse minus a upon b, that is 0, cos inverse 0. Okay, so it is cos inverse 0 is pi by 2. So this is pi upon 2 r. Okay, so this is tau star, and result is there exists this tau star such that x2 star is asymptotically stable for the delay values 0 less equal tau less than tau star, and unstable for tau greater than tau star. Okay. So this is complete analysis. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to use Wolfram Cloud and take observations. Okay, we have to solve this system and verify these results. Okay. Next step is observations using Wolfram Cloud. Because you cannot compute this manually, this equation is not having exact solution. Okay, we have to use a numerical method. Observations using Wolfram Cloud. Okay, here we have to give some particular value to parameter r. Okay, r is positive, so without loss we can take r equal to 1. Okay, so growth rate can be any positive number. Let us take r equal to 1. So without loss of generality, assume that small r equal to 1. Okay, and we now use Wolfram Cloud. Okay, I am sharing Wolfram Cloud file. Okay, so we are going to use ndsolve command as usual. Okay, so here the parameters are tau. We can take any value of delay. Then n means right end point of time. Okay, we will solve up to 20. Then s is given name ndsolve x dot of t equal to x of t into 1 minus x of t minus tau. Okay, so remember that you should use equal to equal. Okay. Then you should use list for differential equation and initial condition. Okay. So first entry is differential equation, second entry is initial data. Okay. Here we have delay differential equation. So we are assigning some initial data for t less equal 0. Okay. So x of t oblique colon means condition. Okay. This is condition. What is condition for t? T is less equal 0, equal to 0.5. Okay. So we have two equilibrium points. One is 0, other is 1. 0 is always unstable. 1 is stable for some time and unstable for some time. So it is stable between 0 and tau star. What is tau star? Tau star is pi by 2. Okay, pi by 2r. We are taking r equal to 1, so pi by 2.0. Its value is approximately 1.570. Okay, so x2 star, that is 1 equilibrium point. 1 is asymptotically stable between tau equal to 0 to tau equal to this value 1.570. Okay, after that it will be unstable. Okay, so we are going to verify this. Okay, so initial condition is taken between these two equilibrium points. Okay, and we are taking tau, that means delay, which is less than this value 1.570. We are taking 0.5. Okay, so what we expect analysis is that both the equilibrium point 0 is unstable and equilibrium point 1 is asymptotically stable. Okay, so one should repel solutions starting in its neighborhood, and 0 should repel solutions starting in its neighborhood, and 1 should attract the solutions in its neighborhood. Okay, so let us see. We are taking n equal to 20. It may change accordingly. Here x means dependent variable, t is time range 0 to n, and we are plotting x of t. Slide dot s means replace from s, t between 0 to n, plot range all. This is to observe all the part of graph. Access, we are giving access levels. Okay, let us run. And we can observe that solution starting at 0.5 is repelled by 0 and attracted by 1. Okay, it is going away from 0 and it is reaching to 1. Okay, so 1 is stable in this sense. We take another initial conditions. Okay, so what we do, we consider initial condition above 1, say 1.5 or 1.1. Okay, say initial condition 1.2. Okay, let us take some other initial conditions. So here it was 0.5 now, 1.2. Okay, we can see that again solution is settled to equilibrium point 1. Okay, so if we take initial condition in the neighborhood of 1, then the solution is tending to 1. Okay, now let us take initial condition in the neighborhood of 0, I mean other side, negative side. Okay, so let us take minus 0.1 say, and instead of 20 let me take smaller value, because it is possible that it will tend to minus infinity. Okay, because on the left hand side of 0 there is no any other equilibrium. Okay, on the right hand side equilibrium point is 1, so solution is repelled by 0 and attracted by 1, so no any issue. But on the left hand side, means on negative side, solution is repelled by 0. So it is possible that it will tend to minus infinity. Okay. So let us take a very small value of n initially, and if required, we take larger value, say 3. Okay. Okay. You can see that it is increasing. Okay. If it is say 3.5, okay, when it is 3, it is going up to minus 12. If it is 3.5, it is going to minus 400 approximately. Okay. So small change in time. Okay, it is, that means it is moving very fastly to minus infinity. Okay. So this is for tau, which is smaller than tau star. Okay. Pi by 2. Okay. Now let us take the delay value, which is bigger than this. Okay. Say 1.6. Okay. You may take different values of delay, different values of time, different initial conditions, and check. I'm sharing this file with you so that you can verify. Now I'm taking delay to be 1.6. Okay. Then we take some more values also. And we will take different initial conditions. Now, initial conditions will not matter in fact. Now, solution seems oscillatory. So instead of 220, let me take bigger value, say 500. Okay, so it is settling to periodic orbit. Okay, this periodic orbit can be observed by plotting uh, x of t versus x of t minus tau. Okay, so we may use parametric plot. Parametric plot. We take x of t and x of t minus tau. We take these things from S. We solve this for t between, say, not from 0, because initially there are some different things. Okay, so we have to remove initial part. Okay, so these are called as transients. We have to remove some initial part, then trajectory will settle. Okay, say we will start from 200. Okay, 200 to 500. Okay, say 200 to n. That means it. Okay, so this is completely closed orbit. Okay, so in phase plane, this is called as phase plane. Okay, so this is called as time series, and this is phase plot. We may increase tau and observe. Okay, so different value. Okay, so these are oscillations. Remember that this thing is stable but not asymptotically stable. Okay, so what is mean by if tau is greater than tau star, then it is unstable. Unstable means which is not asymptotically stable in some sense. Okay, it is closed orbit, but it is not converging. Okay, if we take delay between 0 and tau star, then we get converging thing. Otherwise, it may divert or it may oscillate. Okay, we may see different interesting things. For example, chaos. Okay, this example will not have chaos, but in general, we have different phenomena. Okay. Now I'm taking instead of 1.6, let me take say 3. What happens? Okay. So things are like this. Okay. So again, periodic oscillations. We use parametric plot. So I think we need to use plot range all. Okay. So that all the part of plot is shown. Plot range all. Okay, now this is closed orbit. Okay, so as we increase tau, the closed or shape of closed orbit is changing, but qualitative behavior is same. That means we have periodic oscillations. Okay, you may increase tau and observe. Okay, you may get unbounded solutions for some tau. Okay, that is exercise. Okay, I will say. So let me summarize these things and I will share all this. Okay? So what we observe initially, we had tau equal to 0.5. Okay? For tau equal to 0.5, which is in this interval 0 to tau star. Okay? Solutions with initial conditions x of 0 less than 0 tend to minus infinity with initial condition x of 0 between 0 and 1 tend to 1. 1 is x2 star. Okay, and with x of 0 greater than 1 also tend to 1. Of course, greater than 1 is close to 1. We don't know what happens for very large values. Okay, tend to 1 as t tends to infinity. Okay, then we have taken delay which is bigger than tau star. Okay, for tau greater than tau star, for example, tau equal to what we have taken? We have taken 1.6. We discussed uh, two values. One is 1.6 and other value is 3. Okay, 1.6 and tau equal to 1.6, tau equal to 3, etc. Okay, for these values, we get periodic oscillations. Let me take a few more values. I'm sharing Wolfram. Okay, so I want bigger values. Say tau equal to 5. What happens at tau equal to 5? Instead of 500, let me take small value, say 20. We will change as per requirement. Okay. So what we are observing around time t equal to 6 point something. Okay, say 6.5. There is a peak in this curve, and then it comes back and go to 0. Okay, if initial condition is 0.5. Okay, we may change initial condition and observe. Let me take this to be 30 or 50. Okay. Okay, what you can observe? There are different peaks. If it is 100, then okay, there is up to 100. there are two peaks. So can we call these things as stable? Because it is going to zero after some time. Okay. You may think that this is stable thing, but no, it is not stable. What is meant by asymptotically stable thing? If we take initial condition or what we can say nearby starting solution stay nearby. But here, whatever your small interval may be, it is crossing this thing. Okay, it is going up to 50 or more than 50. Okay, so but if you are choosing small neighborhood of 0, the solution will not remain in that neighborhood always. It will go away in that neighborhood, maybe for small time, right? But it is going away. Okay, so such thing cannot be called as stable. Okay, even if it is very small interval, when it is coming back and it may remain in that neighborhood for all the time, but such thing cannot be called as stable or asymptotically stable. Okay, so let us take initial condition in the neighborhood of 1. Okay, here it is 0.5. We may take say 1.1. So what is meant by unstable? Okay, again similar. Okay, so it is irrespective of initial condition. We may take negative. Okay, if we take negative initial condition, then there are chances that it will go to minus infinity. So I will take instead of 100, I will take 3. Okay, it is going to minus infinity. So for positive initial condition, there is a peak. Okay, and such things cannot represent stable solution. Okay. So for higher values, say tau equal to 5, there are two peaks and then solution settles. Okay. Solutions with peaks with such peaks are treated as unstable. So your homework is consider some more values of tau homework. Observe this system for higher values of tau. Thank you.